Hey guys, I'm Angela and welcome back to Hobby Night. This week in Warhammer news, we're going to take a look at that new Death Guard terrain that got a bit of a preview of its rules out, so that's very exciting. We're also going to take a look at all of the information that we got about Blood Bowl, and I'm going to talk about a couple of the teams that I'm most excited about and how I'm feeling about the game, because I think we might have a league starting soon, as well as I want to discuss the plans for the channel after Thanksgiving. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump straight into this week's Warhammer news. Let's go ahead and start with the Miasmic Malignifier, which is the new Death Guard terrain that GW had a small article about, which covered one of its abilities, which I think is kind of interesting. So what its aura ability is, if you guys haven't seen it yet, is any Death Guard infantry wholly within 6 inches of it will benefit from cover, from light cover specifically. And if that unit is already benefiting from light cover, it will then be a -1 to hit them because of this terrain feature. Now, the thing that I find very interesting about this particular terrain feature over, say, what the Necrons have gotten, as well as, well, actually, it's more similar to the Necrons now that I think about it, but over what the Marines have gotten, which is it's got 2 pieces to it. And I find that kind of interesting because I don't know if they're going to be one of the types like the Necrons where they're going to be able to spread apart and you're going to get this aura ability in 2 locations maybe, or what I think is more likely based off of the way that the images have always been shown of them using this particular piece in any of their marketing, is that maybe it's going to have to stay within a certain distance of the bigger piece, like that smaller one that's not on like a normal base. That will have to be near it, but it'll expand the aura out a little bit and possibly give you an even greater coverage. It could be interesting. I'm definitely going to be picking one up and painting it for the channel and everything because, I mean, it's a Death Guard terrain feature and I've never seen one of those before, so absolutely am going to be painting it. But I don't know if I'm actually going to be using it in any of my games. I feel like if I want the cover benefit, honestly, I'd rather just run a Blight Hauler because it's going to do something similar, if not better, because it's going to be mobile and be able to walk with the units that it's trying to protect. And I just don't know if this terrain piece is really going to be super valuable beyond maybe Crusade or more thematic things that you might be doing with your games, which is perfectly awesome. I do love that aspect of it, but I just don't know if it's going to be super valuable to any competitive players. But like I said, I think it's a pretty cool piece, definitely picking it up for the channel, so make sure you check that out once it arrives. Oh, hey, didn't see you guys there. Well, while you're here, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. Next, let's go ahead and talk about all of the stuff that they've previewed for Blood Bowl, because my goodness, has Warhammer Community dumped just a ton of information about the new game because, well, the new season is now up for pre-order and it's really exciting. I'm actually incredibly hyped because I actually think that my store might end up having a league that will be happening in 2021, and we have a huge group that's interested, and it's going to be a really diverse group of teams in there. I'm super excited, and I just want to talk a little bit about some of the things that I think are going to be the coolest for me in particular when it comes to Blood Bowl because of this league that might be happening. So they've went ahead and previewed and showed off how they've really made the rules more grokkable, how they've made it just easier for new players to approach, which is actually partially why this league is happening, because none of my store have, I think there's like 2 people who maybe have played it, like the old version in the past, but none of us have played any of the modern versions of Blood Bowl, and we all want to learn together and play in this team. So it's going to be a very noob-friendly league, but I'm very excited, and I have 2 teams that I'm primarily debating running for it, and I just wanted to gush about them a little bit and also talk about some of the other teams as well. So personally, I'm really interested in the Bogenhofen Barons because they remind me of the Reichland Reavers from the Blood Bowl video game, which I really like. I love that old world vibe. I'm so glad that Blood Bowl is still around and has all of that old world mini like feel to it, because it's the only thing that we have left because of Age of Sigmar and everything. But I really like their feathers, I like how pompous they are, and I actually like humans a lot, so I tend to play human-like teams in things, and this just fits for me. But then GW showed off a little while ago those Wolfenburg Crypt Stealers, the Halloween-themed guys for the Undead team, and I fell in love. I think that is what I'm going to be using in the actual league. I've already claimed them and everything, and I have some ideas of how I'm going to be painting them up. It might be very similar to what I did for the right from Blitz Bowl that I painted on the channel, so you'll probably be seeing some of that. I may even be doing some painting videos on it. At minimum, you will definitely be seeing all of my Blood Bowl coverage on my Instagram page if you follow me there. So definitely look forward to that. Now, I'm definitely getting the starter set because I want the Barons, right? That means I'm going to be getting the Orc team, which I'm very excited for. I'm still super interested in their star player and wanting to paint him up because he just looked really cool. I still like that guy that's just impaled on his spike and everything. But there's a lot of really cool teams, and I mean, Warhammer Fantasy just has a lot of really cool races in it. I know that in our league, we're definitely having a Lizardman group, which I'm excited to see how that gets painted up because there's some really cool stuff that I think you could do with Lizardmen. And I'm very excited. I think we're going to have one of the dwarf teams, which I'm excited for. One of my coworkers absolutely loves dwarves, and she just fell in love with those minis as soon as she saw them. She's like, nope, that's my team, claim them, they're mine. And it's fantastic. I think they're great. I love some of them with like their beard and they're like tripping over it. That's also great. They also just, I actually like, what is it? The other undead team. I don't know if that one's still around actually, but the old undead team was really cool. And then, God, there's just so many great teams. I think we're also going to have a demon or like Dark Elves. That's what it is. I know that the Dark Elves have been claimed, so we're definitely getting some of them, some very sexy ladies. That's going to be awesome.
Just wanted to add in here, they are also going to be supporting all of the old world teams.
Yes.
So you asked about the different undead. That includes things like Tomb Kings.
Yes, which I'm very hyped for. Like
so basically anything they have ever produced miniatures for.
Yes. Which is awesome. Like the fact that we're gonna get any of those miniatures as these teams is super cool. I forgot about the Tomb Kings. Yes, that one is also very enticing to me because I absolutely loved Cetra the Imperishable and Khalida.
They're getting rules support, not necessarily new minis.
Right, yeah, they're getting rule support. So if you have the old minis and everything, you can still run them, or if you're converting things, you can absolutely run them. It's not gonna be anything where you're getting like new minis or anything like that, but they are supporting those old teams, which is great, which means you can actually play with them and still use them, which is very, very exciting. And I honestly think that like, gosh, that's something actually I might look for, is seeing if I can find like an old Tomb Kings Blood Bowl team, because that would be super rad. I don't know if they still sell them just on GW's site, but I bet I could find it like cheaper on eBay or something like that. So that might be something that I'm doing. But regardless, I'm super, super pumped about Blood Bowl, obviously. I'm very excited for the league that my store might end up be doing. If anything, even if it doesn't happen, I am still painting a bunch of those minis because I want to learn the game. I think it's been really cool and I've been loving everything that they've been coming out with it so far. And I think it's a lot of fun. Like, and that's something that I just think is important with games and stuff like this, of having somewhere where you can go and you've got your grim, dark, very serial 40K stuff, and you've got your high fantasy, really dramatic stuff happening over in Age of Sigmar, and then you can go to Blood Bowl and you can be like, let's have a derpy time and just play some sports. And I like that. So I'm really looking forward to it. Let me know down in the comments what team you guys might be running if you're interested in playing Blood Bowl. And I think it's going to be so good. Blood Bowl! Last but not least, I just wanted to talk a little bit about my plans through the holidays for the channel. So starting for the week of Thanksgiving, I am going to be taking a week off from a painting video that week. I just been doing it a lot, wanted to give myself a little bit of a break, and it's a holiday, so I think it's a good time to do it. But right after that, the following week, we'll be back to our painting videos. We'll have our news videos still and everything, and we're going to have a third show, which will be sometime in the middle of the week, where we're going to be playing games that are digital adaptations of tabletop games, because I just think that would be a lot of fun. We've been really looking forward to doing this, and there's a ton of options out there for tabletop games you can play online and digitally, especially in this time period. I think it is a great opportunity to look at those, and I'm just really looking forward to it. Not only that, but we are looking still to move forward to doing bat reps and that kind of thing, showing gameplay. Now, for the battle reports, we are specifically still waiting for the Death Guard Codex to come out. Thank you, GW, for making it December. So we'll probably not see that until like either late December or Q1 of next year. But look forward to that, because I know I definitely am. It's something that my husband and I have been discussing for a very long time, and we're very, very hyped to do. We just need these rules to finish coming out and everything before we get started, because I just figure it would be best to start it that way. So that's coming soon. I'm very excited for where this channel is going. I just want to thank you guys all for continuing to watch and support the channel as we are growing. And that is going to be it for this week in Warhammer news. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And thanks so much for watching. Bye, guys.